All right, it's a beautiful summer day here in Staten Island. I got some downtime, so I want to go over what I'm actually bringing on this hike. We'll start with the fit, we'll go over everything, then we'll move on to the bag and everything that's in it, so you guys really get an understanding of what through hiking is all about and what you need to bring on your through hike. So let me set the bag down and we'll go through the fit first. All right, starting off up top, protecting my dome from the sun is this nice AliExpress hat that I got for like $5 off AliExpress. It also works well in the rain when I pull my rain hood over it, keeps my head dry, and also keeps the sun out of my eyes when I'm in the green tunnel and I don't necessarily have my shades on. So just a cheap $5 hat from AliExpress. Moving on, I have shades. Shades are critical at keeping your eyes protected from the sun, which is something that I advocate for heavily as an optometrist. These shades I think were a top choice just on Amazon. They have full UV protection. They're also polarized, so any glare coming off the water is minimized and I can actually see down into all these beautiful lakes and creeks as we walk along them. Up next, you may see that I usually have one earbud in. This earbud is just a top seller from Amazon. They're cheap earbuds. I think they were under 20 bucks. They work really well when you're hiking if you have one in, because it keeps your other ear open so you can hear nature. I'm gonna also talk to people on the trail. They're nothing special. I did have some Google earbud pros, but unfortunately those are not coming back out on the trail, so these are gonna make sure that my music from DJ Miri K is in the mix while I'm hiking. Up next, I got a AliExpress 100% merino wool. I don't know if it is 100%, but this is the shirt that I use, and I usually have only one shirt with me. So a merino wool shirt. It's lightweight. It is wicking, so it helps keep me cool. And it's just been a great shirt for 20 bucks that you can get on AliExpress. Up next, I have these shorts. And these shorts are a top pair of shorts just from Amazon for like 25 bucks. They're made of a material kind of like a bathing suit that dries very, very fast. I don't wear any kind of rain gear when I'm out there other than just my rain jacket, no rain skirt or rain pants, anything like that. So having a pair of quick dry shorts is essential. Underneath those quick dry shorts are Airism boxers. Airism is from Uniqlo, and I don't know, they're $5-6 a pair, but they are extremely awesome boxers that I travel all around the world with. They are synthetic material, they're quick drying, they breathe, they support, they work great. All right, moving down to my feet. I have a pair of Dirty Girl gaiters. Gaiters are critical for keeping crap out of your shoes. You get little rocks, pebbles, dirt in there, and then next thing you know, you have a blister from it wearing down all day. So I think Dirty Girl gaiters, or gaiters that are appropriate for your shoes, are essential. The shoes, man, these kicks are fresh. These are a new pair of Ultra Olympus 6s. Yeah, you may have noticed that I've had Ultras from the start. I started out with the Lone Peaks, needed a little bit more cush. After about 600 miles, I got the Olympus 5s, and they were perfect. I love the Olympus 5s, and I just happened to discover that the Olympus 6s came out while I was here, so I picked up a pair. I'm actually going to be hiking with these up in Maine, and I will swap them out for the Olympus 5s, which only have a couple hundred miles on them. I'll probably get 600-700 miles out of these shoes. Ultra is a great brand, and it fits my foot perfectly. I tried on a bunch of shoes, Saucony, Brooks, Topos, and when I put on that first pair of Ultras with the wide toe box, it was like the Cinderella story. The shoe was a perfect fit, so I love my Ultras. Underneath the Ultras, I have Injinji toe socks. Now, I've tried a bunch of different toe socks as well. The toe socks that work best for me are the Injinji midweight mini cruise, and the other ones that I tried, they were too thin. They would wear out after about 150 miles. This pair is going to be perfect because it is way more durable than the other ones. So that's the fit. I only have one set of clothes, but because everything is quick drying, I can usually just do shower or sink laundry, give it a quick wring, let it dry out a little bit. Sometimes we just pop it right back on and it dries out, especially when it's beautiful, gorgeous days like this, which hopefully we get a lot more of. All right, so that's the fit. Next, we're gonna move on to what I have in my bag. All right, this is my pack. It is also from AliExpress. It's a Nature Hike 60-liter bag with Dyneema. I'm not sure if it was actually a Dyneema upgrade, but I love this pack. This pack was, I think, 67 bucks, and it is of top quality and design. It's similar to, I think, a ULA pack that you spend 400 bucks on, but it's been fantastic. So let me go through the outside first, and then I will show you everything on the inside as well. All right, starting up first, we'll go with this little pocket right here, which holds my water bottle. Now, this is a 700 milliliter bottle. It does hold up to 750 milliliter bottles. You can probably get a liter bottle in there, but it ends up being too high. So this was the right height and the perfect fit for that little pocket right there. If we look down here at this pocket, these hip belts are wonderful as well. This is where I carry a light load towel. The light load towel is, I think, what they also call like a Swedish paper towel or something like that. But it's lightweight. It's better than a microfiber. It absorbs a lot of water. You wring it out and it's practically dry already. And I also have, which I haven't used all that much, is a Gerber dime in there. So that's what stays in that hip pocket right there. And the other hip pocket, this is where I usually have my earbuds. So these are the earbuds that I was telling you that I got off of Amazon. And also in this pocket is this camera. So this camera right here is a Action 4 made by DJI. If you like the quality of the videos, it's not me. It's just the camera does a great job with the automatic settings. So I love the DJI Action 4 camera. Moving on to this pocket right here. This is where I keep my water filtering. So this is a 2-liter CNOC bag. You dip this in the water supply with dirty and you fill it up with the dirty water, and then you screw on a Sawyer squeeze to the bottom of that, and then this filters right into those water bottles that you see. So this is how we drink clean water on the trail. It's a great system and it fits perfectly in that pocket. On the other side, I have another water bottle. So there's some water carriers where you're going to need more than just 700 mLs of water. So this gives me about 1.5 liters of water. And then these are my tent poles. The tent poles are also for a Nature Hike tent, which once we get into the bag, I'll go over in more detail. I have my Thru Hiking 2024 AT tag right there, number 2615. And then in this outer pocket, this is where I carry a lot of stuff that I'm going to be grabbing during the day or I need in a hurry. So for example, I like to use one of these smell-proof heavy-duty Ziploc bags to carry my food. This is typically 1 day's worth of food. If you're curious to see what I eat, you can watch the other videos, but basically it's some kind of honey bun for breakfast, followed up by some kind of protein bar as a snack. Then for lunch, I usually crush a tuna pack, and then for mid-afternoon snack, I have another bar or candy bar. And then for dinner, I'm usually eating a north side. The rice ones work best. Can't beat $1.50, or an Idahoan mashed potato. All the flavors are pretty delicious. And then I'll usually have another protein bar for dessert, some kind of chips or candy bar. The other thing that I keep out accessible is ibuprofen, especially in the beginning before I got my trail legs, my knees. Man, that hiker knee is no joke. So I was taking a few of those. I also have my spoon in here. This spoon is from AliExpress. It is the one with the polished titanium. I love this spoon. I have a non-polished one, and I don't know what it is. It's in my head or if it actually makes a difference, but I like using this one better. It feels better. It feels like a real spoon. Again, AliExpress has these things for $6, $7, $8, something like that. So that's usually what I keep out there for food. I also have one of those Ziploc bags for trash, so I keep the trash accessible as well. And then stuff down here in the bottom, I have my raincoat, rain jacket. So this is just something that I got off Amazon. It was one of the most popular rain jackets. It is a 33,000 feet. It has been a workhorse. We had a lot of rain in the beginning, and this jacket has performed top notch. So for the 30 bucks versus the couple $100 you guys can spend on the fancy ones, this one has been a champ. So I love that rain jacket. And also in this pocket, I will put these sunglasses, so I can grab them as needed. When I'm traveling, this pack also has these loops and these straps for my hiking poles, which is great if I need to take them on the train, bus, or plane. And then the top here has these little straps that keep stuff in this pocket pretty secure, and I usually keep the poop kit in this pocket there. So it's a trowel, again, you guessed it, from AliExpress for $8, and then toilet paper that I snatch along the way from restaurants, hotels, hostels. I don't think I've bought a roll of toilet paper yet. There's also some hand sanitizer in there, and then I do have a partial pack of combat wipes. Not a full pack because those things are heavy, but I do have a few in there for any kind of emergency as well. All right, let's move into the bag. So we're gonna undo these straps. It is a roll top pack, which is great. You can see I do have a couple of carabiners, but I didn't go crazy. I got one that I used to use for my bear hang, but now since we're out of bear territory, at least the scary bear territory, I don't really hang my food anymore. And a couple things, I usually clip a hat or something there. Inside, on top, I keep my sit pad. So this is just a Gossamer Gear sit pad. Ordered directly from Gossamer. I think it was 30 bucks. But this is the first thing I keep on top, because usually when I put my pack down, I want to sit down, and this gives me a nice comfy spot to sit down. I also put this under my AirPad to help protect it from getting popped, which, knock on wood, been lucky enough to have no incidents yet. Next up, my camp shoes. These camp shoes are Crocs, but not the Crocs you see on the trail most commonly. These are flip-flop Crocs. Super durable, clean, very easy, lightweight, packs down, and I keep them from getting everything else dirty, including my bag and tent, by using a shower cap. So that's a good system there. And then I have my tent. This is a nature hike tent, you guessed it, from AliExpress. Instead of spending $400, $500, heck, I've even seen $700 tents. This is a two-person, a two-up cloud, I think is what it's called, by Nature Hike. Got it from AliExpress for 120 something bucks. It's just an awesome tent. Works well, and it's light. It's not super lightweight because it does have those poles, but I don't feel it adds too much to my pack, considering my pack's never much more than 25 pounds with food, fuel, and water. All right, up next, it is a 12-liter bag that I also ordered from AliExpress for a few bucks. And in this bag, I keep my food. Generally speaking, that one day of food is on the outside of my pack, and then I'll usually have up to 3 days of food in here, along with some supplies that I don't reach for all that much, and anything that smells, including my toothbrush and toothpaste. So let's dig into the pack. You can see that I just separate out my food per day. That makes sure I'm eating what I need to eat and not overeating all my food. A few days in there. Now, because I'm going up to Maine, I did include a couple luxuries in there. So I do have a couple of backpackers meals, but typically I'm eating the north sides of the Idaho potatoes. All right, let's go into this little bag. So this is stuff that I need, but I don't necessarily need to reach for every day. In here, I have Okay, this is a little silicone case and lanyard for my camera. This DJI Action fits in here, and anytime I'm in water or climbing or doing something where I feel like I could potentially drop and lose the camera, I'll pop it onto that. Haven't used this net, but everybody says that up in Maine you're going to need a head net for the mosquitoes. Spare rubber band. A repair kit for the air mattress that you'll see in a second. I have ID and credit cards and a copy of medical insurance in there. And next I have something that allows me to not have to buy fuel cans all the time. So I think on this trip I've actually only purchased maybe two fuel cans, and typically what I'll do is I'll see the fuel cans that have been discarded by other hikers in the hiker box that have a little bit of fuel left. I'll leave that can out in the sun. I'll put my can that I want to put that fuel into, usually in a fridge if there's one available. If not, I will purge it to get the can cold. And then I'll use this transfer valve to take the scrap fuel and put it into my can. And oftentimes I got a full or nearly full and sometimes even over full can of fuel for free. And then contact lenses. B&L infused lenses are the best. Financial disclosure, I am a consultant for them, but they really are the best. So I carry contacts with me as well too. The other thing that I have in the food bag is a dental hygiene kit, which consists of travel toothpaste, travel toothbrush, and a couple of dental flossers. Alright, so going further down into the bag, we have a 750 ml titanium cooking pot. I use this for boiling water, and nothing else goes in here except boiling water that we boil and coffee. So I keep it clean, and what I usually do is after the water is boiling, I dump that into the either Northside bag itself or into the Idaho and potato bag itself, or sometimes even the stuffing bag itself, so I don't have to clean any pots. Works really well. This one was from, you guessed it, AliExpress. The brand is Lixda. Way cheaper, and it works extremely well. It's titanium, it's top quality. Inside this, I have another light load towel, and here's how this setup works. Okay. So at the bottom, I keep my lighter for lighting the stove. This stove is a BRS stove, again from AliExpress for I think 15 bucks. There's that can of fuel that I refuel using the fuel transfer valve, also from AliExpress for under 5 bucks. So we fill this up with water, set it on here, and let it boil, and then there you go. It's a good setup right there. Okay, out the bag next is the stuff that I usually keep right next to me when I'm sleeping, and I'll show you why here in a second. This is where I keep my earplugs. These are, I think, 30 or 40 decibel earplugs. Earplugs are a critical piece of gear. If you want the best sleep, get yourself some good earplugs. Make sure you know how to get them fit in there perfectly so you're not hearing things that go bump in the night, keeping you up paranoid. You're thinking bears are walking by. They're really not. The other thing that I keep in here is this Nightcore headlamp. Now, I know there's a ton of generic brands, especially on AliExpress. The reason I went with this one, because it had, I couldn't find the equivalent of what I was looking for in a generic version. So this one's high lumens, bright lights are important. Also the fact that it has the red light, which is critical. Turn the effing white light off. Make sure you're using red light when you're around people so you're not disturbing them. But that's a key piece of gear. The other thing that I keep in here, which people are always like, wow, that is a battery bank that's probably too big for what you need, but I have a lot of devices that I charge, so this has been a performance champion on the trail. It's Anker. Anker's a great brand. This one actually is what I travel around the world with. It's got enough wattage where it's going to keep my laptop powered up, which I do not bring on the trail, but it makes sure that I can charge 3 devices with no problems. So typically I'll be charging this camera, I'll be charging my phone, and another device such as my headlamp. So it gives me enough power to last for at least 4 to 5 days out there on the trail, and then when we get back into town, it charges quick. Now, I'm talking quick. A lot of times people won't have their charger ready to go even in the morning, because it takes so long to charge. This thing can get pretty full within just a few hours. The reason being is that I also use a high powered charger. So this is a 65 watt U-Green wall charger. I got this one from Amazon for 30 bucks. And when you team it up with a cord that can get all that power into that power bank, which accepts a lot of power, then you got a system where you can charge up that power brick in a few hours. So this is an Anker Cord. This is a braided cord. Braided cords are definitely the best. And this is a long one. There's a lot of times where you need to be sitting somewhere, and you need to be several feet from the wall outlet. So I do carry a longer cord for that purpose. That's one cord. The second one I have is only about, I think, a 2-foot cord. And then I have a teeny tiny one, so I can get 3 devices charging at the same time. The last thing in here is something that I had in the beginning, and then I said, you know what, let me try not having it. And then now that I got home, I'm actually gonna bring it back. This is a SanDisk portable drive. Having just the SD card and the camera, I was paranoid about losing footage, especially if I'm gonna be out there in a 100-mile wilderness and I know I'm not gonna be able to upload videos. So I'm bringing this with me. It's lightweight, super rugged. I'll take the footage from the camera, put it on this, and then when I get to a place that has high-speed internet, I will use this to make sure I can upload videos and get them done. All right, getting down to the final few things in here. So next out the bag is my air mattress. Air mattresses, I guess, are a luxury. They call me Fancy Man on trail because when I showed up, most people that I was initially hiking with had closed cell foam pads. And this is one of the reasons why they gave me the trail name Fancy Man, because I had a fancy pad. This is not a generic. This is a Sea to Summit. It's a 4-inch pad. The specific design is called an X-Lite. So it is a regular, rectangular, wide, extra thick pad because I like to sleep soundly. And sleeping on something thin where I can feel every little bump is not good. I'm what you call a rotisserie sleeper, so having that 4-inch thick air pad to be on allows me to turn all the way around without having to worry about my hip bones digging into the ground. So that is definitely a name brand pad. It turns out I was having a discussion with somebody who retails a similar pad, and Nature Hike actually does kind of clone or knock off that Sea to Summit pad too. So if you didn't want to go with that brand name, you may want to save some money and look at the Nature Hike ones, because I heard that they are the clones. All right, last but not least, we're gonna go in there and grab this bag. So there is a bag inside of a bag because I want to make sure that this key piece of gear does not get wet. So this is just a plastic bag liner. This one was from Gossamer Gear. I think I got a 2-pack for $6. The same time I got that sit pad. And let me pull out what's in here. Okay. So this, as you probably guessed, is my sleep system. And guess what brand it is? That is a Nature Hike CW 400 down sleeping bag. I think it's rated to like 40 degrees comfort, which, since I'm a fair weather flip-flop hiker, that is really pretty much all that I need. And it also acts as a quilt, so it's not it's got the ability to unzip it, lay it flat over like a quilt. It's also got the ability to just stick my feet out of it, and then if I need to mummify, I can always do that too, because it does have a hood on it. So this bag has kept me as warm or as cool as I need to be throughout the hike so far, including some 35 to 39 degree nights up in the Smokies and in the beginning. The other thing that I have, part of the whole fancy man thing, is I have an air pillow. This is, as you guessed, a knockoff pillow from AliExpress. I don't even know the brand on this one, but I think it's a Trekology clone. Having a nice pillow that I can adjust the softness of it or firmness helps me sleep the best. So earplugs, air pillow, air mattress, and you'll be sleeping like you do at your house. The other thing that I have in here that serves a couple of purposes is a sleeping bag liner. This is a Nature Hike sleeping bag liner that I got from AliExpress for 20 something bucks. And this does a couple things. It helps make sure that the sleeping bag doesn't stink. I think I was the only person that didn't have to wash my sleeping bag because this is what I wash. So this does absorb some of the smells. Also, it gives me an extra 10 degrees of warmth when I need it. And sometimes when it's warm enough out, I'm not even using the sleeping bag and I'm just using the sleeping bag liner. All right, a key piece of gear that I forgot that I keep here in these zip up pockets, which are great, is my phone. Whatever phone you have, you can get an app called FarOut, and I use the FarOut app many times a day. The FarOut app is going to give you the navigation skills that you need to make sure you always know where the next food and water and shelter is going to be located at. So it's got your resupply points, it's got your little creeks, streams, water sources, which are updated typically in real time from other FarOut users along the trail, which has been incredibly helpful. So FarOut app, absolutely. My phone also helps with my music and audiobooks because I have Spotify premium subscription, so I get all of that good content as well. And then I do utilize YouTube premium to make playlists of things like different types of videos that I'm learning about. Currently I'm learning about essentialism, minimalism, and stoicism. So good stuff there because I can basically just have those videos playing like a podcast when I'm hiking. And last but not least, we have my trekking poles. Now, as you probably know by now, I'm a big fan of the brand Nature Hike. I got these carbon fiber hiking poles from AliExpress for I think 35 bucks. Carbide tips on there. They are very lightweight, very strong, very durable, and they have been amazing at helping make sure that I keep my balance. They are amazing at helping make sure I can take some of the load off my knees when I'm going up or downhill, so they've been great. And that's it. That is everything that I have on or in my pack with me while I'm through hiking the AT here in 2024. If you need any more information, hit me in the comments. I'll get back to you, make sure you have everything that you need. All right, next time you see me, I'll probably be headed back to the trail. I am doing a flip-flop, as I mentioned a little bit earlier. Can't wait to get up to Maine, hike Katahdin, and come all the way back down to Virginia again.